We were trying to prove that field pattern, which is still there, that it has a medieval origin and it is still continuously on the very same place. So it's stabilized in a landscape and it didn't change over the centuries. To pluzina landscape, you have to imagine something like a system of agrarian terraces, field terraces with there can be steps in between them, or sometimes mounds. These mounds are created by all the stone which was gathered from the fields and put aside. So in that locality we've chosen, and why where it was well preserved, that it's sort of a marginal landscape from agricultural but also, let's say, industrial point of view. It's a landscape where not many changes happened. That's also why it was preserved there. And the village itself we focused on, then the village itself disappeared, but the field pattern is still there, and that was really exciting. The dating was appropriate. It was, I think, like 20 years before we have the first written information about this village, and so it fits well in and makes the image as a whole. And then we dated few more profiles by radiocarbon. We did a radiocarbon analysis, and the horizons were logically there, organized, the no messed dates, and just as a control we also tried dating by cesium, because cesium is an element which spread it around after testing of nuclear bombs, and so if we would find traces of cesium in a lower so in deeper horizons, then that would be sort of a proof that the blowing which was happening in those fields until, let's say, 50s, because from 50s until today that area is extensively used, mostly pasture, but before it was always intensively used as arable land. Then that was a sort of control for us that it wasn't moved later by some heavy machinery or by any attempts, and that worked well too. Well, basically it's that methodological approach, because we are testing several ways how to date the pluzina landscape, those field margins, and some of them were applicable, some of them were not so good, because they are basically, you know, developed for dating of archaeological profiles and where you can have different ways how to date that, and not only the C14 and soil horizons can help you, but you have if you will find some artifacts, it can help you with dating as well. In the case of a pluzina, you don't expect to find any cultural artifacts except for a few shards of ceramics, and so that this sort of contributing way, or the way how to verify the dating is not applicable there. So the methodological approach, I think, is what other researchers, if they will have anything like, I don't know, rice pads or things like these, if they would like to make the dating, then that was transferable to other places and researches.